Hare Krishna. Can you all see the screen now?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, let's start with the invocation prayer. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimidandasya Jnananjana Salakya Sakcharoन्मीलितानेन तस्मै Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostude Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasavadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, welcome to all the devotees, and let's give our obeisance and respects or Dandavat Pranam to the deity Radha Govinda, ISKCON Mangaluru. And the Radha Govinda deity is everywhere in all the ISKCON, but this is from our Mangaluru ISKCON Radha Govinda temple, which is just coming up. And when you all have time, you can go and visit. I'm still to visit also. And the plans and all are approved, and I'm told that very soon the temple will come up. Pradesh Prabhu will know much better than he has been visiting every now and then. Those who are near, please do visit on all the occasions. And those who are able to chant shlokas, you can participate in the Ekadashi shloka. The shloka then 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock, all 700 shlokas are recited in the temple. So Hare Krishna, thank you. Early morning, you've got up. And for me, it's evening, it's fine. But for you all, it's really, it shows that, you're all so much devotional. And there is some divine link, something which is making you to get up in the morning and listen to what Sri Krishna has said. Then the questions that has been asked, I'm trying to answer them also. I'll be posting it very soon. And be with us, because there is so much to learn, We have, this is level 1, okay, 18 days. There is level 2, level 3, and level 4. So there are a lot of services which you can do. Keep, be in this association. And why we should be there in this Sadhu Sangha, why we should all get linked, and we should be, sustainability is important. All right. So let's move on. Our gratitude to Bangalore ISKCON temple. And what did we learn yesterday? There was something which made all of us to think, okay, it was, what is the name of the yoga yesterday? What did we learn? Anybody?
Karma
Remember?
yoga.
Karma yoga. Exactly, which is very much related to us, which we are like, we don't know what to do. So same way Arjuna was, renunciation or action. Please, Ekam Vada, just tell me one thing. Nishkama Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, which is what was explained. Niyatam Kuru Karma, Karma Kanda to Karma Yoga. So Pravartitam Chakram, lead by example. Yad acharati sreshtaha, the way the others, you be the role model. Then greatest enemy, iha varinam. So there are two aspects of Karma Yoga. All this yesterday we learned. Okay, Sakama Karma and Nishkama Karma. So Sakama Karma is to work with selfish expectations for our own interest in mind. Then if I'm going to invite him for dinner, maybe he'll consider me for this. If I'm doing, so everything is like some expectations. Nishkama Karma, on the other hand, is working with unselfish, selfless motives. Like I'm just calling because I feel like inviting people, and it is Atiti Devo Bhava. So whosoever comes, I'm going to feed them. I'm going to, give them all the due, this one, offering something, not with some expectations. Nishkama Karma means free or without desire. Yesterday somebody was asking, I think Sarika Mataji, yes, karma comes from the root word kama, which means desire. So karma comes from this kriya kama, which means to do. So in the act of nishkama karma, you have no selfish expectations. You're only giving. Okay, give with love, devotion, and happiness. You're making something, you're doing some work. Whatever you're doing, without any expectation, just you be with that love, with that happiness. We have to do, not with always the lamenting grief, and then having, oh my god, he never said anything about it, he never acknowledged it, she never acknowledged, she never said thank you. All that is it is totally like sakama karma. So you're only giving. What should we give? Whatever you can, but observe your limitation. Nishkama karma means doing seva, doing service, selfless service, without the expectation of receiving acknowledgement, reward, or a word of thanks. Okay, when you have even just one thought that someone should have said thank you, this is not Nishkama karma. In the Vedic culture, there is no tradition of saying thank you. It's only blessings, so here, those who had been with ISKCON Mangaluru, those who are volunteering here, everybody is volunteering. So it is just a selfless service. We feel we enjoy it. There are a lot of teachers, 150 teachers, and Namanishta Das Prabhu, who is the president of this. Everybody, everything is done free, and just with that love, with that affection, that we want to do some service. So that is Nishkama Karma Yoga. This is what yesterday we saw. Today we move on to a very important chapter. But before that, something, Bhagavad Gita has got some relation with your life skills education. I began this life skills thing yesterday also. So essentially, there are two kinds of skills. Those related to thinking, called thinking. I need to think. I need to start processing in my mind, which relate to reflection at a personal level. And those related to dealing with others, called social skills. So thinking skills and social skills. So I need to start thinking. Why? Because I need to interact with people, which are interpersonal skills. The 10 core life skills. This is what yesterday we learned. That is self-awareness, empathy. We just learned the words, that's all. We didn't learn how to deal with it, how to actually get those skills, understand and concept, and then apply those skills. We didn't do anything. Self-awareness, empathy, critical thinking, creative thinking, decision making, problem solving, effective communication, interpersonal relations, then coping with stress, dealing with emotions. So when we start connecting each chapter, that is the beauty. Okay. Now these 10 core life skills, we can just group it into two. One is thinking and one is social skills. We all need life skills. We all need to have that interaction, effective communication here. Then how Bhagavad Gita is going to help us to enable us or empower us is what we are going to see. When we start connecting each chapter of Bhagavad Gita with what we go through in our daily life, it has so much of relevance and the thought process. It enables us, it empowers us to deal effectively all these above mentioned life skills. Training in each life skills with lots of examples from our daily interactions that will make effective. And what Arjuna speaks and what Krishna gives the answer, and how Arjuna applies it to his life. These are the main examples. So from each chapter, we are getting that message. Okay. So the beauty here is Bhagavad Gita has been now introduced in all the management courses, in many of the courses. Why? Because these life skills, which are very, very important, social skills and thinking skills, just keep these two and everything comes under that. Now, these two skills, if you need to be effective, somebody asked me yesterday, success. So I need to practice all these life skills for me to be very effective, for me to be doing my prescribed duties effectively. That is without any expectations. That is the what do you call, the gist of everything. Nishkama karma. I keep doing it effectively. All my prescribed duty. So how is it related? Let me see. The first chapter is where you regret and say, I'm powerless and I give up. Many of us face this. I really, I give up now, no more. That's what Arjuna did, right? In the first chapter. So the second chapter in your life is when someone wakes you up and says, hey, come on, there's nothing to regret in life. There's nothing to regret. Something in you that doesn't change, and you have the power to sail over all this. Something in you that doesn't change means that is a soul. You're not body. So you wake up and you feel good. Okay, that's fine. Whatever I have. Then the third chapter yesterday we went through. So don't sit and worry. What about me? What about go and act? This is karma. Come on, get up and do it. Okay, so today, fourth chapter, that is where you are acting. You must also listen to knowledge. So, okay, Nishkama Karma Yoga, but why? But with intelligence, with knowledge. How do I use that knowledge? So that is what is going to happen now. Don't become like a machine. Oh, I have to do. I'm not a robot, no? So I keep doing it. I need, because I have that sense, I have that intelligence, I need to use those with my with that knowledge that I get, and only act, listen to knowledge as well. There is something beyond all this. Okay, the fifth chapter, which is where now slowly, gradually, bhakti comes. Sixth chapter onwards, you will see. So that will tell you material and spiritual knowledge. You cannot say everything is being done and there is nothing for me to do, or you cannot think, I'm doing everything. I did this and I did that. You cannot say that. So that's not going to work. So wake up and see what is really, what is the real, who is the absolute truth, who is doing it, and why should I get connected, and why should I have that consciousness, Krishna consciousness, when I do all my activity. Everything is his. I don't have any say. It is only he who is doing. Okay. You are just the instrument, but he is guiding you. He is there. If you really believe and have that trust, then the sixth chapter is when you learn to meditate slowly, that, that dhyana yoga. Now, seventh chapter will say that you are meditating, no? So the meditation, who am I? What is the time? Knowing all about science. That is where the science and spirituality gets connected. Is this yoga? Is this dhyana? Is it like what I eat, or how I do, or all my everyday nitya karma anusthana. That's a Sanskrit word. So every day, how disciplined I am. You all got up so early. You are here. So first day there were 72 participants. They were all here. Whatever reasons may be. But why I'm saying is nitya, every day, consistently, how I am disciplined, how I am working. Everything is in the sixth chapter. So, I mean, this is the image that that how he begins and what he does, and how in 45 minutes the Kala stops and everything is there in this battle-free field. It is for you to get connected. So this also, we keep going. What is it? Transmigration of this. You change, that's it. Birth, grow up, old age, death. Disease and death need not be, like, you can take care of your health very well, but everyone has to once, leave this body and take transmigration. The soul is eternal. Soul doesn't die. It is just a small, it's a 10,000th part of the hair, so you can imagine that whole consciousness, chit, 82,000, 72,000, all the nerves and everything, that consciousness is the Atma, and that is Anu Atma. Okay. So like that, it goes on. Now, till 7th chapter we did there. So when you meditate, miracles happen to your life. Wake up and see the miracles. Many don't observe the miracles. See, anything and everything, we keep connecting it, no? So it is Krishna who did this. It is he who, your gut feeling, your intuitive feeling, first thing that you feel, the first thing that thought comes when you have to decide on something is what? The voice of Krishna. So that recognition, that belief that it is not chance, it is something which is happening. So that sort of a cause and effect, we keep connecting it. Now, then what will happen? Knowing the universal self. that is there in the 11th chapter. And you move on to 12th is like total bhakti, bhakti, bhakti. So that love and devotion, then you understand. Then deep love. So that's there in the 12th. Then you understand what are the divine qualities and what are the demonic qualities. Sura or asura, divine qualities and demonic qualities. Then you realize that you have all divine qualities in you. We start, okay, first day, what the journals that I gave, did I help somebody? Did I hurt someone? Could I have, mentioned it in a different way? All that you start putting the check, you are purifying yourself. Then you check, oh, I have a lot of divine qualities in me. Why not? Then I improve upon it. So keep purifying, chanting, listening, reading, doing archana, doing prasadam, making, small offerings, sacrifices, go and leave, being kind to all the living entities. There are a lot of things which you can do where it gets purified. And then you find, yourself with mode of goodness. So keep checking that. Am I in mode of passion? That we'll be doing in detail. Am I in mode of ignorance or mode of passion or mode of goodness? There are three qualities: sattvic, rajasic, and tamasic. Mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance to everything. Mind, ego, and food. So sattvic ego is I'm everything and everybody. Like, this is like, I am the person who is with Krishna, and then it is totally in the mode of goodness. Then tamasic ego is like you are only this body, and rajasic ego is having limited mindset. So falling into craving and aversion. I need to move. I need to really hold. I need to really work so much. I have to have this anxiety, stress, don't get it, then. So that is mode of passion. Sometimes working is very important, but how much we need, what is the contentment, how much we get that happiness. Palace after palace I have made, and what, this is what it is. And I'm comparing, I need to have a better car, better house, better this thing. So I keep doing, that comes in the mode of passion. The final chapter is knowing that you cannot wash your own sins. Drop them and understand what is being said. Krishna says, I am here. Ma shuchaha sarvadharman parityajama. So this is in the final chapter. So feel that you are mine. Be connected to me and I will take care of everything. Just relax. That is the liberation. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam raja aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshayishami ma shuchaha. Don't get scared. I am there with you. He gives a guarantee. He says, I am there with you. So every chapter, when you connect it with all these skills, then you are getting purified. This itself need for self-awareness itself, like a month of practice, a month of workshop where you get the training on different activities. When we do the detailed study, we'll be able to do that also. But never forget that, when you start connecting it with Krishna consciousness, every life skill, whether it is creative thinking or dealing with emotions or coping with stress, everything you will be able to apply to your own life. And that has a solution. So every chapter has got connection between each life skill. And when you start thinking, oh, how do I interact? Check yourself. How do I interact with the others? Am I kind? Am I having? So there has to be a congruence. Thought process, feeling, and action. So, something else I'm thinking, all negative. I don't know why he came here. He thinks himself to be too great. I know all that going on in my mind. Oh, how are you? Very nice. You're come here. Just the words, okay? But thought. So even that, Chitragupta writes, what you think also goes into your record. What you think, whether it is positive or the unconditional positive regard to purify yourself, is very, very important. So today's chapter is chapter 4, Yoga of Knowledge. So Krishna says, no, little bit with the knowledge. So Jnana Yoga, that's why it is Jnana. Jnana is knowledge. Now, how does that knowledge come? Knowledge comes only from Bhagavad Gita as it is. Okay, Girishma Mataji, is Rajshekhar Prabhu there today? You can read the shloka.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Shri Bhagavan imam vivasvate yogam proktavanahamavvyayam vivasvan manave praha manurikshvakave bravit.
So the blessed Lord said, what did he say? He said, I instructed this imperishable science of yoga to sun god. Very, very important. Imperishable science of yoga. Vivaswan. Okay, Vivaswan, sun god. Vivaswan instructed it to Manu, the father of mankind. And Manu in turn instructed it to Ikshvaku. Have you heard Ikshvaku? Just see here. Okay. First is Vivaswan, sun god. Then Manu to Ikshvaku. Raghukula, if you remember, Raghuvansh, Ikshvaku Vamsha. So every yuga it has been told. So first he has already given this science, imperishable science, that is Bhagavad Gita, was told to Vivaswan. Okay. Yes. Second shloka. Evam parampara.
Evam parampara praptam imam rajarshayo viduhu sakale neha mahata yogo nashta parantapa.
Thank you, Mata. It's very nice. This supreme science was thus received through the chain of disciplic succession, and the saintly king understood it in that way. But in course of time, the succession was broken, and therefore the science as it is appeared to be lost. So every yuga, it has been told, but then it got lost. It comes as a succession, so somewhere it got lost. Now you're seeing the succession here. So this is like, Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya, there are, it is all Vaishnavas, okay? So Lord Brahma, from Brahma, Madhavacharya, Gaudiya. So Lakshmi ji Sampradaya is Ramanujacharya, and there is one more, I'll explain it to you this. Then Lord Shiva is Vishnu Swami, 4 Kumar. So it has to come, this is all parampara. This is, from the ancestral, like from Krishna, how one by one after another. That philosophy is not very different. Advaita philosophy, Dvaita philosophy, Adi Shankaracharya is this one. It's all different there, but basic is they're all Sri Vaishnavas. 4 Kumaras, Sanat Kumaras. So Nimbarka Acharya. Okay, now here in this image you're seeing Prabhupada is the 32nd Acharya. So they're all called Acharya. You're seeing Krishna, Brahma, then Narada, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then in that Prabhupada, you can see 32nd. So here Vaishnava Sampradaya, that same thing in detail here. So Sri Sampradaya, Lakshmi is given importance here. The Sri Sampradaya. So Brahmanujacharya and Swami Narayan. So Swami, but everybody, this is Visishta Advaita. Visishta is through Guru, that is all. Then this ISKCON follows Gaudiya Sampradaya. Okay, so from Brahma, Madhavacharya, then Gaudiya. Then Rudra Sampradaya is Rudra Vallabhacharya. So it is all like parampara. It just comes as a lineage. Nimbarka Sampradaya is 4 Sanat Kumaras and then Nimbarka Charya. So here he says, but how? You are my contemporary. How do you say that you spoke to Vivaswan? You are my contemporary. You are here. You are with me. So this is the question which Arjuna is putting. Now he says, so you all need to do this calculation. I'm not going to go in detail, but this is being posted here. So Kali Yuga, okay, 5,000 years already gone, but we have 4,32,000. Now you just double it up, Dwapara Yuga. So this Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga, then all 4 together is Divya Yuga. There is, the gap is Sandhyas. That's why, if you calculate it, it comes to 4.32 million years, 4 yugas. Then Manvantara. If you call the priest at home and do the puja, they will have the sankalpa. In sankalpa, you would have heard these. They will explain. or they will explain this one mantra, Hari Om Tat Sat, Govinda Govinda, Sri Bhagavata. So they will explain this. Bhagavata Mahapurushasya Pravartamanasya Adya Brahmana Dvitiya Parade Kalpe Vaivasvata Manmantare. Vaivasvata Manmantare. You are seeing the Manmantra also. Kali Yuge Jambudvipe Bharata Varshe Bharata Kante. So then the star, the nakshatra, the month, the year, the which manvantara, which divya yuga, Kali Yuge. So all this is all there in our script. Okay. Brahma Puranam, Varaha Puranam, Vishnu Puranam, all the Puranas, and then in our Veda. So all these calculations are all there in our scriptures. In detail, it is given. So how much 6 manvantras are over. See, that is why this Shweta Varaha Manvantare this is. So every manvantra also has got these names. So time elapsed in Kali Yuga is 5,121 years. All these calculations are there. And I think Prajesh Prabhu has already posted. So if somebody says, oh, Kali Yuga is getting over, no, don't worry. So it is not going to get over. So Gita is spoken. That's very, very important message here. Gita is spoken 120 million years ago to Vivaswan. That's what he's asking. Arjuna is asking, you are my contemporary, you are with me, how is it possible? Okay, so this calculation really 4 yugas, again Satya Yuga will come. After Kali Yuga, again, so all these yuga, 4 yugas, and then when Brahma is, all the annihilation takes place when he is in the night time. So total Pralaya Kala comes that time. Okay, so Mataji 4.6.
Yes,
How
Mataji.
does Krishna appear?
Ajopi sanvyayatatma bhutanamishvaropi san prakritim swamadhishtaya sambhavamyatmamayaya.
Very good. Although I am unborn and my transcendental body never deteriorates, and although I am the Lord of all sentient beings, I still appear in every millennium in my original transcendental form. So when Devaki and Vasudeva, he came with Shankha Chakra with 4 hands. That is the original form. But Devaki wanted him to be like normal, child like. She knew that he is, because she asked for it. And so that is how he comes. And every time he comes, this is how Krishna appears. 4 hands, Shankha Chakra Gada Padma. That's it. With Vanamala, with Makuta, with Kundalam. So what you see is, this is how he appears. And he is not with Panchatattva. That means he is not like us having blood and nerves, and so he is Divya Shariram. That is why he will always look like 25 years old. He had grandchildren and everybody, but then he will never, there is no growing old. He is Satchidananda. He is eternal. Okay. So when does Krishna appear? When does he come? Yes, Mataji.
Yada yada hi dharmasya glanirбhavati bharata abhyuttanamadharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham.
Very good. So this you would have always heard whenever Mahabharata serial or whatever commercials, yada yada hi dharmasya. So whenever and wherever there is a decline in religious practice, O descendant of Bharata, and a predominant rise of irreligion, at that time I descend myself, I come myself. What is this image? Anyone? Who is this? No idea?
Kamsa is like torturing the.
So when the Ashariri, so when it comes, the voice comes, Devaki's son is going to kill you. Then 8th son is going to kill. So he's ready. He's actually with such a pomp and show. He got her married sister. But then when this he hears, he just wants to kill her. Okay. So why does Krishna appear? Why does Krishna appear? When we saw yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata. So why does he appear? Yes, Mataji.
परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्मसंस्थापनार्थाय सम्भवामि युगे युगे.
So in order to deliver the pious, okay, he is there. He is not only coming to establish dharma, he is also coming to save the pious people and to annihilate the miscreants, as well as to re-establish the principles of religion. I advent myself millennium after millennium. This is very, very important. Paritranaya sadhunam. So I'm trying to make sure sadhunam, I will protect them. Whatever they have, I will protect them. And also sadhunam vinashaya dushkritam. So the one who is like asuras, right? Now a lot of asuras, so we don't have to think about Kamsa or Ravana. There are a lot of Kamsas and Ravanas around us. So so dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. I have to come and establish the dharma also. That is why he comes. Okay. What are the benefits of knowing Krishna? What are the benefits? Yes, Mataji.
जन्म कर्म च मे दिव्यम् एवं यो वेत्ति तत्त्वतः त्यक्त्वा देहं पुनर्जन्म नैति मामेति सोऽर्जुन.
One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, O Arjuna. Imagine taking birth again and again, being like this, like a total prisoner inside the mother's womb with all those, the sour food or whatever, with so much of pain. More than anything else, the fetus, the child inside has the pain. They forget it. So when they come out, they forget it. So that sort of a birth, again and again, birth and death will not take place if we know Krishna, if we get connected with Krishna, if we start doing devotional service, so the permanent about our permanent home, we will go back. So has anybody in history able to understand Krishna? Yes. Vitaraga.
वीतराग भयक्रोध मन्मया मामुपाश्रितः बहवो ज्ञानतपसा पूता मद्भावमागताः.
So being freed from attachment, fear and anger, being fully absorbed in me and taking a refuge in me, many persons in the past became purified by knowledge of me, and thus they all attained transcendental love for me. Do you all know any one or two people whom you can think of that freed from attachment, fear and anger and pure love and getting involved totally in Krishna? Anybody? You would have read all Bhakti movement and you would have seen even in Kali Yuga.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Yes, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Ramakrishna.
Yes. Hanumanji. Yes. Great Bhaktas. Sant Meera. Yes. Very good. Tulsidas, Surdas. We can keep list, have the list, like, without any attachment, totally attached to Krishna only. So we have had Mahatmas. They're all called Mahatmas. Okay. So it is. Is it not moving? Now the 12 Mahajanas. Brahma, Shambhu, Sukadev. Okay. So the one who narrated Srimad Bhagavatam to Parikshit Maharaja in Naimisharanya. Prahlada, Narada, Janaka. Janaka is a great devotee. Okay, he is also a Mahajan. And Ashtavakra was his guru. He had 5 gurus. Kumaras, Sanat Kumaras. Kapila is one of the avatar. Vishnu's this one. He came and he gave all the how to detach to his own mother, Devahuti. Swayambhuva, Bhishma, Bali Chakravarti, Mahavali. He gave Vishnu came as the Vamana avatar. So Yama Dharmaraj, All of them are Mahajans, total attachment to Krishna and detachment to the. So it is called akarma, above the above. Okay. So difference between Krishna and us. What is the difference between Krishna and us? Krishna's form is spiritual. Our form is temporary. Okay, Krishna is a controller of Maya. We are all controlled by Maya. You're saying, we are into the three gunas. We fall into mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance. Okay, so that subtle body and gross body yesterday you saw. What is this image? Who remembers this story? Anybody?
Ma'am, Shishupal.
Ah, very good. So Shishupal, what did he do? Shishupal is one of Krishna's aunt's son. But why is he being killed, or why Krishna is sending the chakra? Shishupal Vad. I know you all know it. Anybody can unmute and speak. So he will wait. Okay, Krishna has a lot of tolerance, lot of patience. So he went on abusing. When Yudhishthira was performing the Rajasuya Yajna, Bhishma, everybody said, no, Krishna has to be the chief guest. So Krishna was made the chief guest, and Shishupala could not tolerate that. He went on abusing Krishna. So Krishna waited with all great smile, waited. It's fine, because he promised that, when he reaches the abuse that, 1,000 times, I think 100 or 1,000, I'm not very sure. So that 100. Okay. So thank you, Mataji. So when the 100th abuse, he sent the chakra. So Sudarshan chakra, he had to be killed. So the message here is, we don't have to kill anybody, but those who don't believe in Krishna, those who don't believe in this, either you ignore. Okay. So in Nectar of Devotion, it clearly says, if you are doing the devotional service, if you are totally into that bhakti, then those who speak against, either you just, if you have that tark, if you have a lot of logics to explain, you explain. Otherwise, it's a waste of time. So you need not stand there and keep listening to it. We should not listen. Even that is a sin. We should just ignore and get away. Okay. So 11th shloka.
ये यथा मां प्रपद्यन्ते तां तथैव भजाम्यहं मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्यः पार्थ सर्वशः.
Such beautiful images. The way all of them, as they surrender unto me, I reward accordingly. The way you want to surrender. Everyone follows my path in all respects, O son of Pritha. Just see any living entity, such beautiful images. Just the love. Look at the eyes, look at the faces, that compassion, that kindness, that composure, that solace, that peace. Can anybody find? Whether it is the calf or whether it is the, you will see the monkeys, you will see, a lot of images, you will see any living entity just hearing by the, when they listen to the flute, all of them leave the house and run and rush and sit with him, it says. Then do you think that the mother-in-laws and father-in-laws and the husbands and the children are going to get angry? Naturally, they will get angry. But who is there fulfilling all the work? It seems Krishna is, because he's like extended, no? So he has all those opulences. He can be, when he can be 16,800 houses there, and here also in everybody's house, he is fulfilled, because that is the prema bhakti, that is the bhakti, that is the stage of, ultimate, that gopis. So just see, everyone want to do the services to Krishna. Still, why people worship devatas? So lot of us, we all worship demigods. Still, we all worship demigods. Why? They're all limbs of Krishna. Okay, there is nothing wrong in it. But then if our goal, supposing my goal is to, he is ready to give you in all golden plate, but I am happy with the glass or nickel, or so we don't know the jewel, right? So the demigods still are asked to give desires to be fulfilled immediately. Why? it is also, they also request Krishna, they also request Narayana, Vishnu. Why are we going? Because immediately we want the desires to be fulfilled. Krishna doesn't mind, because at least by that way we are going closer, nearer to that Sattva Guna, we will get it. Okay. So there are 4 types of people who ask for it. One is those who really are in destitute. Like, I really need, I don't have money, I don't have anything to eat, I don't have any clothes. That sort of, those people worship. The second type is like, they need some wealth, that also. And then Jnani, the curiosity, the inquisitiveness, they want to know. So Krishna, there are Jnanis. So apart from that, people go and do the worship of demigods. There are a lot of, in detail, we will have this study also. So yes, read chant the shloka, Mataji.
काङ्क्षन्त कर्मणां सिद्धिं यजन्त इह देवताः क्षिप्रं हि मानुषे लोके सिद्धिर्भवति कर्मजा.
So men in this world desire success in fruitive activities. I need to get this immediately. Okay. And therefore they worship the demigods. Quickly, of course, men get the results. That is also Krishna's sankalpa. That is also his plan. Okay. When you get the result quickly, what happens? You tend to get into this. That is how slowly, that sattva, that mode of goodness will get improved. Varnashrama. So it is all again his plan, his way of dealing. He made them. Krishna had given this in this means that is all his sankalpa. Yes, Chaturvarnam. Chaturvarnam.
चातुर्वर्ण्यं मया सृष्टं गुणकर्मविभागशः तस्य कर्तारमपि मां विद्य कर्तारमव्ययम्.
This is what very, very important. That is guna karma, because of the guna, because of it is not by birth. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. It is all his plan. Why? He has done this. So in Purusha Suktam, it is like, using the knowledge, using the Vedic mantra. Somebody has to teach everything. Somebody has to protect the nation. Somebody has to cultivate, and the field and needs to be, so the rain comes and the field, that also you saw how the irrigation is done, and then who is going to give the food, and somebody is working, somebody is right. So all this 4 ashrama is also made. It is his plan according to the 3 modes of material nature and the work ascribed to them. The 4 divisions of human society were created by me. And although I am the creator of this system, you should know that I'm the non-doer. Very, very important. He is not the doer. Non-doer being unchangeable. That means it is all prescribed. You need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this. Right now, we are all Shudras because we work and we expect the salary. Okay, so without expecting, only the Brahmanas were doing, Kshatriyas were following. So whatever was available, but they need the Brahmanas like Dronacharya had to know about the Kshatriya dharma also. But 2 things wrong things he did was like, he said he wanted to take revenge on Drupada. And another thing is like he went to fight the war. These 2, for a Brahmana, it was not right. So any ashrama one follows has to do all according to the Vedic scriptures, which has been prescribed. Yes. Yes, Mataji.
न मां कर्मणि लिम्पन्ति न मे कर्मफले स्पृहा इति मां योऽभिजानाति कर्मर्भिं स बध्यते.
So there is no work that affects me, nor do I aspire for fruits of action. One who understands this truth about me also does not become entangled in the fruitive reactions of work. He is not into it. But you know what? He is ready to do services to the Bhakta. Bhishma promised that, he didn't want to. But then because Bhishma said, I will make you to take the Astra, So he is coming with the chakra. The Arjuna says, no, 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 you have promised it. So he doesn't mind breaking the promise to keep the sankalpa of the bhakta. See Sudama here. And if you remember this also, so he, all, Brahma also did not know. Indra did not know. That's why that Govardhanagiri, he is holding it in the finger. Can anyone think about it? 7 days continuously. So it is to break their false ego, ahankar, I. They didn't know. Nobody knows. If you understand Krishna, then he is there for you. Okay, so yes, Mataji. 17. Karmano.
अकर्मणो ह्यपि बोद्धव्यं च विकर्मणः अकर्मणश्च बोद्धव्यं गहना कर्मणो गतिः.
Yes, the intricacies of action are very hard to understand. Am I doing the vikarma, which is not correct? Or am I doing nishkama karma or sakama karma? Therefore, one should know properly what action is, what is forbidden action. Okay, so what is inaction? Akarma is inaction. You are just a bystander and watching. Now, whatever action you're doing, you're not doing the forbidden action. That's very, very important. And not for expecting anything. So with expectations, again, it is sakama karma. So whatever we are doing, we need to understand and then get into this. Akarma. Akarma is Narada is above all this. Nishkama karma, sakama karma, above all this is akarma. One, that Mahajan, what we did. Yes, 13th shloka. Although it should have been there in the beginning.
13.
Pranipatena.
तद्विधि प्रणिपातेन परिप्रासेन सेवया उपादेश्यन्ति ते ज्ञानं ज्ञानिनस्तत्त्वदर्शिनः.
Just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master. Very, very important. Inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. The self-realized soul can impart knowledge unto you because he has seen the truth. Who is this in the image?
Sandipani Muni.
Sandipani Muni. Very good. Thank you, Mataji. So Krishna had to, Tatchat Ashrayate. If you follow, you become the role model. So he had his guru, Sandipani Muni. Okay, so Sandipani Muni's son was the one who was taken away and kept into the Panchajanya. That is how the chunk story, when you hear that conch story. So he, as a Guru Dakshina, he wants his son back who was kidnapped and taken. So he brings him back, and then that conch is Panchajanya. But here Sandipani Muni was his guru. Okay, so anybody, anything, we need to have a spiritual master. So when you have come to Krishna consciousness, whatever Prabhupada has given, translated as it is, all those books, all the what has been followed, you are following that. So in that parampara, in that whosoever is the guru, you take up their initiation and you take up their teachings as your, you accept them as a spiritual guru, and you accept the policies and the regulations, rules, you follow that, and whatever is being prescribed, the way it has been done, the way you are asked to do. So automatically what happens? It is all streamlined. So that self-awareness automatically comes. What is your strength? Where do I go to ask all my doubts, and who is going to clear my doubts? Okay, so you saw parampara. Okay, divine nature of Krishna, divyam. He's a divyam. He is not like us. All paths lead to Krishna. Then karma, vikarma, akarma. Attaining jnana through yajna. Means of attaining jnana. How do you attain jnana? So I'll stop sharing. You can, if you have any questions, you can unmute and speak. If you write it, also, I have just got the second one done, and the third day, questions I have requested, all that will come. I'll write it and send. The questions which I'm writing is basically for you to have it as a reference. So when we post something, don't think, oh, your phone will hang and don't leave. So we are connecting, it is science and spirituality, right? So when I am in crisis, when I am a student, I have college admission, I need to study, I need to have good relationship, I have to pass all this, I need to have the career. So when that path is going, do I totally go for liberation? No. Krishna has asked you to read, write. Okay, Mataji, to whom Gita was told by Manu. Okay, Ichwaku Vamsha Raghukula Raja. So Ram comes, so so every yuga it has been spoken. Ichwaku. Do you remember Ichwaku? Ichwaku Vamsha is Raghukula Ram. So what happens is, where I was telling, all those thinking and interactive skills, when you are going to attain through Bhagavad Gita. So my social skills and what I am, who I am within me, what is the strength and how do I deal? What do I make sure that I don't fall into the mode of ignorance? Then automatically the success that you are expecting will follow, because you are doing all the work into Krishna consciousness. Krishna, you are with me. You are there residing inside me, Anjan Antaryami. But you need to do the action. See, the action cannot be, oh, I'm renouncing everything. I'm only doing meditation. I'm only going to do. Then nobody can help. You have to get down in the field and without any desire, do your best. Think my social skills, my interactive skills, my actions and feelings and thought process, does it have any congruence? Does it really match? Or do I think, what is the unconditional positive regard that I have? Unconditional love for all living entities. I don't hurt anybody. You don't have to have a stick, but then, yes. Jai Shri Krishna. What is the difference between destiny and karma? Is not our karma already decided? Why don't you unmute, Prabhu? Because it becomes difficult. Only half of it is coming. Let me see. Okay, now I am seeing. All right. Jai Shri Krishna. What is the difference between destiny and karma? Beautiful. Is not our karma already decided by luck? What is luck? What is luck here? Our karma, we bring everything with us. Okay. So now you will say destiny. Whatever that is prarabdha karma, sanchita karma, we have accumulated certain things. Whatever today I'm doing, it is all written, it is all calculated. Chitragupta is writing. Okay. Everything is recorded, everything. So our soul comes, takes a body up. Now, as a human being, when you have come, that means we have done some punya karma. We have not gone into the animal kingdom where, they will fall into animal kingdom. So it is not our karma already decided by luck. That's what I wanted to understand. That's why I'm asking you to unmute. What is luck? What is luck? All your sins, the moment I am attached to this, Krishna, Mamekam Sharanam Raja Aham Tva Sarva Papebhyo Mokshayishyami Ma Shuchaha. Don't get scared. Whatever you have done, by chanting, I will remove everything. He is there. Okay, number one. That is the faith. Whatever I have done in my previous birth is also removed. But whatever you have to anubhav jo karna hai, you have to experience, whether it is pain or grief or the period of illness, or the period of where you have lot of sadness or lot of happiness. Everything is all predetermined. It is not destined. It is, so you can change. How? Get into this Navarasa Bhakti, Navavidha Bhakti. Then what happens is you will be able to handle, and happiness and the depression, both will be a balance. You will be able to balance it in a proper way. Okay. Not that thoda sa dukh hua, I'm totally gone. That's all, my day is done. That is all. I'm always unlucky. No. That happiness, jump around, go have a party. No. I will go in a balanced way when I am connected to Krishna. I will treat both happiness and the sadness in the same way. So I do not leave everything, whatever past karma we would have done, that is how we have come here, we have taken birth, and that nobody can do anything. But we will be empowered, enabled to deal with that effectively. Okay. Yes, Prabhu. It was our desire we came. We had a free will, okay? So whatever we do, we still have a free will. What we choose is so important. How we choose, what we do, what we read, what we speak, what we act, what we feel, everything is all in our hands. So the moment I realize that, the moment I say Krishna is there, let me get purified, and it is a very slow process. But you have begun the journey. So believe it, you're already into this. Dina Bandhu Prabhu, Dina Bandhu, that's a beautiful name. You've already done that. Okay. So don't leave it, oh I have luck. You are a very lucky person. You are into this journey. Who said you are with Krishna? Krishna is with you. Yes, Prabhu. Yes, any question? You can still write it. We will keep 1 hour the chat even in the group open. What we will do is I'll collect all the questions. We have our volunteers, admins, who will give it to me, and then we will write it and send it. Okay. Thank you. Yes, you understood. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. It is all Krishna's. Okay, I'll stop here. And before I stop, Prajesh Prabhu will quickly demonstrate the, how to use this beads, Tulsi Mala or Neem beads, and how to do this. Start chanting at least 5 minutes. It takes actually, from the beginners, it takes 10 minutes. Then for me, it takes 7 minutes with the pranayama. So 7 minutes, 16 rounds. But right now, start with at least one round. Okay. So Prajesh Prabhu, you are being made co-host.
Yes,
you can.
okay.
Yes. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Yeah, like right now I'll be showing how to chant on beads. Like this is the bead bag, and this will be the beads which you'll be chanting on. This is the bead bag in which you'll keep the beads. I'll show how to use the bead bag later, but then like first I'll show how to chant on the beads. Like this is the Neem Mala. Like I use Neem Mala. I do not use the Tulsi Mala. And like this is called the Sakshi bead, the first one, the top one. Like you can see over here, the first one. And like here we say the Panchatattva mantra that I'll be putting in the group. It is Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. We hold the beads like this. The first one will be over here on the top, and then we hold it like this. And then our index finger, we do not touch it on the beads, because like our index finger, it represents ego, and like we use it for fault finding on others and all. So we keep it like this. We do not use it while chanting. And like we say the Panchatattva mantra on the Sakshi bead or the Krishna bead, that is Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. And then from here you start the Maha Mantra, that is Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. You keep on doing like that, and like you should finish the entire mala, and you'll come back over here like this. And here you will be ending it like again over here. That's like after the last bit, like that will be your 108 times telling the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and that will make like one round. And that one round will take like around 7.5 minutes, like if you are doing it like, for many times. But then for beginners and all, as ma'am said, like it will take only 10 minutes. Like you can start with one round and you can go on like that. And then like using the bag, this is the japa bag, and then it has a opening over here, so that you can put your hand and the beads like this inside the japa bag. And then, as I said, like you hold it like this first, and then your finger, it shouldn't touch the mala. So there's one more hole on this side for you to put your finger outside, and then you can chant like this. This japa bag is mainly so that like while chanting you do not put the beads on your body or on the floor or something. Here it will be like, you can keep it clean. So that's the main reason why you use the japa bag, and then you can chant. And then yeah, this is like for putting it around your neck, and like you can chant like that. And then this smaller beads is called the counter beads. This is like for keeping a count of how many rounds you have done. Like now I have finished 5 rounds, so I have pulled 5 beads. Then like after you finish one more round, you pull one more bead, and like 6 rounds would have been done. So like that you keep doing it, and there will be 16 beads over here, and then 4 beads over here. In case you're doing more rounds, you finish this 16, then you pull all of them up, and here you pull one bead down, and like this over here 1 bead represents 16 rounds have been completed, like that. So basically like this is just for keeping a count of like how many rounds you're doing, that's it. And your main mala is this one in which you chant. And like if you're doing more than 1 round continuously, you start with the Panchatattva mantra, that is Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. And then you keep going like this. You pull the beat towards yourself, like Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. And keep going like that. And after you finish the entire round, you will reach somewhere over here. And after that, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And then you do not cross the Krishna bead. You do not cross it, and you do not go to the next round like that. You instead rotate the mala like this, and you start the next round. You can tell the Panchatattva mantra again, and you can start Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare. So it's like if this is your mala, it's like this. You start over here, you go like this, and you end over here. And next round you do not cross it. You come back in the reverse direction and end over here. And like this, you keep on going like that. You shouldn't cross the main Krishna bead. Yeah, so this is how you chant with beads and the japa bag.
There is one question, Pradesh Prabhu, that also you can explain, like, for yourself and for others if you have to do.
Yes, Mataji, that you had explained yesterday. So yeah, if you're chanting for yourself, you pull the beads towards yourself, like you chant the Panchatattva mantra, and then you start Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, and you start pulling the beads towards yourself like this. But if you're chanting for someone else, then you start like this: Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, and then Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Like you push the beads like away from you. That's like when you're chanting for like others. Like that's how you do it.
Panchatattva mantra is basically you're listing all the gurus, so that in case there is any pronunciation mistake, any mistake, so we are asking to forgive. That is the reason we always ask the guru in the beginning. Anything in that to add, Pradesh Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji. Like there are no rules and regulations to like chant this. Like you can sit anywhere and chant. It's not a problem. If you're using neem mala, then there's like no rules at all. But if you're using tulsi mala, then like little bit cleanliness is required. You don't need to take bath also, like before chanting and all. And also like there's no time for chanting, like morning, evening, night, anytime you can chant. But yeah, it's recommended to chant in Brahma Muhurta. But it's not a mistake if you chant in any other time. And like yeah, any place you can sit and chant, it's not a problem. And then there's just one more app called as yeah, it is called as On the Way to wait one second. It's called as Ocean of Devotion. And like in that app, it's like I hope you can see it. It's like,
yeah,
you can
yes
choose the number of rounds that you want over here, like 8 rounds or then 16 rounds or 4 rounds, and then you can choose the speed, fast, slow, or medium, and then you can press start or stop. And when you press start, like it will play. And it's like Prabhupada chanting, like you can chant along with Srila Prabhupada. Like I've put in fast speed, so it's coming this fast. If you put normal, it will come little bit slow if you put normal.
This app I was not knowing. Very good, very nice.
Yes, I use this app like chanting. Like it takes me like exact time. Like I do not chant. Like sometimes if I do without the app, it will be like sometimes one round I'll do in 5 minutes. Otherwise it will go. I'll finish it in like 10 minutes or something like that. It won't be like proper. So I use the app. Like the speed will be proper, pronunciation will be proper, and then it will take like around 7.5 minutes for one round. For 2 rounds, it will take 15 minutes. And like for 4 rounds, if you're doing 30 minutes, for 8 rounds, 1 hour, and then 16 rounds, 2 hours. And Srila Prabhupada has recommended us to like chant 16 rounds. So you can start
Yes.
with 1 round and then like slowly you can increase it. Like I started chanting like around like 2 years ago. So it's like I kept increasing little by little. So it's like every month I used to increase like 1 round like that I used to do. So it's like now like it's almost a month like I'm chanting 16 rounds. Yeah, Mataji. And then like yeah, we must also remember one more thing, that the name of Krishna and form of Krishna is not different. Like name of Krishna, form of Krishna, and pastimes of Krishna, like his leelas, everything they are all like at the absolute level. It's like if you're chanting the names of Krishna, it is equal to seeing Krishna. So it's like you should concentrate while chanting. If you do not concentrate while chanting, it's kind of an offense. Krishna is standing in front of you and you're not like looking at him. That's like how it is. So name of Krishna is not different from him. Like for us, it may be different. Like name may not be like similar to the form, like in this material world. But in the spiritual world, like name, form, and pastimes, they are all at the same level and it's equal. Yes, Mataji.
Very nice. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare-
Really, Krishna's blessings. Excellent. Thank you so much. God bless. Krishna's blessings.